Is this True Blood or Empire 161?
I have no idea. Might be a little of both.
Got a little ZZ Top starting this late Monday afternoon. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Empire 161 show on a late Monday afternoon. And we got a little ZZ Top here to get us kicked off because we're going with Matt Carpenter's walk-up music after his wild week he had in for like one day. But deserving, man, especially when you're rocking a dope mustache like that as well. So, yeah, thanks for joining us. If you're joining us on the Facebook live stream, if you're joining us on YouTube, if you're joining us on Twitter at Empire 161 Show, if you're joining us on wherever you find your podcast, whether it's Apple iTunes or Spotify, wherever, we appreciate the support. And with me, as always, and we don't know where she's ever going to be, but she is here, so that's what matters most, is Lisa Garcia. Lisa, what's up? It looks amazing where you are.
Yes, I am at the house that I grew up in today. I'm visiting my parents for the day. Actually, I've been in Long Island all weekend, so I figured since the folks are inside watching TV, I would do the podcast out here. So everybody, you may see me look up every now and then and wave because that's probably my dad. My dad is very interested in this podcast. He might make a cameo. Who knows? If he does, it's all great because he's the biggest Yankee fan that I've ever met in my life, even bigger than Ed. I know it says a lot. He's got years on you, so.
Fair enough. That's fair.
But yeah, and they're also going to be clocking me because they usually eat dinner at 5, so they're waiting for me to finish this. So towards the end of our podcast, they may be like, wrap it up. But I'm here. I'm doing it outside. I'm catching a tan. I'm doing double work, catching a tan and doing the podcast. We have a lot of good things to talk about, so I'm ready when you are.
All right. Yes. Show is shared out, so we are good to go. All right. Yeah, we're going to do a little pregame show after we talk about the week that was in Yanks baseball, and there was lots of winning there. So, as usual, let's just jump into it. Let's roll it back in time to last Tuesday night when the Yanks went ahead and welcomed in the Tampa Bay Rays, because this is the part of the schedule that was supposed to be the tough, here comes the tough, here comes the test. Let's see what you guys do against the Rays and everything like that. And they kicked it off in a pretty good fashion for the test, 2-0. Listen, pitcher's duel. Garrett Cole, he did his thing. He didn't have his best stuff, but he went ahead and picked up his 6th win of the season, pushing his record to 6-1. He went 6 innings, 5 hits, a walk, 7 Ks, and Clay Holmes went ahead and picked up his 10th save of the season, going an inning with a hit and 2 strikeouts. Not a lot of offense to talk about, but IKF was 2 for 4 with an RBI, and Anthony Rizzo was 1 for 3 with a double. So a lot of good defensive plays in this game and an absolute pitcher's duel. So, the Yanks kicked it off on the right note.
And it was deja vu, except this time it went in our favor.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, because he faced Corey Kluber, the old Kluber, who was a Yankee. He had a cup of coffee with the Yankees last season, but threw a no-hitter during that cup of coffee. So, he'll always get a little bit more remembered for doing that and contributing that. But, yeah, no, it was an exciting game to watch, and not obviously not high-scoring, but, the Rays are a good team. And we joked around about the test and stuff, but, yeah, this is a step up from some of the other competition. And the Rays are the Rays. We know they don't ever go away. They're like Jason or like Michael Myers or something like that. Like you think you keep killing, they just keep lingering around until you finally put them away. So, we know how that goes. But then they went ahead and kept it rolling to Wednesday night, where the Yanks went ahead and pretty much clinched the series, winning it 4-3, edging them out. Nestor Cortez picked up his 6th win of the season. His record 6-2 now. 5 1/3, so not a lot of length in that game. But 3 hits, an earned run, 3 walks, so a little high, 4 strikeouts. Clay Holmes, though, his 11th save of the season. And Aaron Judge kept it rolling, 1 for 3 with his 25th home run of the season. Kyle Higashioka, though, seems like once he got off the schneid and hit those 2 home runs in that game, that's it. Now he's got his 3rd home run of the season. That's kind of all you need, right? You need to see the ball go over the wall once.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, all right, I think I got it back. But he hit a 3-run homer, another big home run for the Yanks. So yes, that pretty much clinched the series for them.
I got a couple
As
fun
they went to
facts about
Wednesday.
this one.
Yeah, what do you got?
So with Aaron Judge's 25th home run, he officially joined Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle as the only players in Yankees history to hit at least 25 home runs through the first 62 games of a season. I mean,
Such
when
a such
when
a ridiculous
when you
face.
share a stat with Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle, I what else can you say? Pay the man. That's it. Just
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely elite company. And I know there's been a lot of talk of with the season he's having, are the Yanks going to go ahead and like try? It's not on the Yankees. It's not like they don't want to talk contract. Judge fairly said, "Listen, I'm going to play out the season and let the other bidders come in." I mean, that's kind of how he wants to play it. And if the Yanks want to, they can blow anyone out of the water. They feel like it if they choose to do it. I think they're going to have to. You're going to have to go ahead and really like show the Yankees flexing the mighty dollar, after the season because the Dodgers are probably going to come with it. The Mets got other teams got money these days. You can't just do it like
yep,
you used to and kind of just be like, all right, we want this guy. We'll just outspend everybody easily and everyone else will back off. It's going to take a bit, but Judge has earned it. He in my eyes, has already earned it. He already earned it before the season. We've talked about this. We're both on the
yes,
same page. Yankees just got to pay up. Just a matter of how
yes.
much at this point.
And they're very lucky that he wants to be a Yankee for his whole career, right? Like he's already said, I want to be a Yankee my whole career. So that
Yeah.
is the only saving grace that they have that like it's almost guaranteed that they'll be able to keep him provided they pay him the right amount. And like you said, they can afford it. They
Yeah.
can afford it. But don't test him because he would leave. And he has every right to. He's going to
No.
be in high demand. And
Absolutely.
I
I
need
mean,
to end when they keep him, when they pay him, I need to see that C slapped on his shirt too.
yeah, he's when he signs and they sign him to the extension, he's got to be named captain. Like I think
He
hand
has
in
to.
hand in that press conference.
He
Stop
has
playing
to.
around. Like we all see him as the captain of the team anyway. So
Absolutely.
let's just make it official. It's kind of like how Jeter was the captain for years before he was officially named captain. So
Yeah.
a lot of similarities there.
Speaking of, we should talk about that sometime soon too, because that's coming up.
Yes, there is some Jeter stuff coming up soon enough,
Yeah.
which will
Not
be
to mention
announced.
his Instagram has been phenomenal lately.
Is he on Instagram too? Remember, I'm not on
He's on
Instagram. I'm only on Twitter.
he's on Instagram and Twitter, and it's just I like that's like the best gift you could give a girl. Like he's finally showing like his personality so much more, and it's so cool to see.
Yeah, and maybe part of it too is that well, not maybe part of it. I think part of it is obviously because he has the captain coming out.
Yeah.
His series directed
Yeah.
by your buddy Randy Wilkins.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I don't think it's and supposedly in that documentary, there's going to be a lot of him like kind of like letting the curtain, well, pulling the curtain up or
Yeah.
whatever you want,
Yeah.
curtain up or down, left, right, whatever you want to do.
He's gonna show you what's behind it, whatever
Show
way.
you what's behind the curtain. There you go. We'll clear the curtain's direction there. We'll just say that's scary because Jeter never really let a lot of that out. So
No,
I
he's
think
very
now his
private.
playing career is done. Yeah, it would be within reason. Also, I don't think it's
Of
going to get
course,
too crazy. So
of course.
no,
I'm
I'm
gonna
super
hold
excited
on
to
to
see it.
my. Say it again.
I know I'm super excited to talk about the captain when that comes out. We'll be
Me
covering it
too.
on this show too. Each episode we'll be talking about it. That'll be our opening segment for a little bit. So, and we do need to get around to talking about the Donnie Baseball documentary as well at some point. We'll get to that. Yes, yeah. Somebody needs to watch it. I don't know who, but somebody needs to get around to watching it because
Well,
this guy's seen it multiple times already. So,
while we're talking about things that we'll be watching and discussing, just so you all know, we will also be doing a deep dive into A League of Their Own
mm-hmm.
because its anniversary is coming up in a few weeks. So I look forward to that too. I don't know if you all knew this or not, but somebody was all the way made for Halloween one year at one of Ed and Angie's epic Halloween parties. So I definitely want to talk about that movie, and they're coming out with the Netflix series too. So we'll eventually be talking about that, I imagine, as well.
Absolutely, for sure. All right, so Thursday night though, and another nail-biting, exciting game here. The Yanks completed the sweep of the Rays in the Bronx, walking them off 2-1 to get
Woo!
that sweep. A lot was going on in this game though, because before the game, Luis Severino, who was slated to start, even after the lineups came out, apparently he was put on the COVID IL because he wasn't feeling well. So Clark Schmidt had to jump in and take the start. Kind of more like not really a start; it was more like an opener type situation.
Mm-hmm.
But he did well though. Took the no decision, but 3 innings, 1 hit, a walk, 5 Ks. Michael King though continued to really impress, picking up his 4th win of the season, going an inning, a walk with 2 Ks. But I mean, the offense of the night though was Anthony Rizzo. He went ahead, he scored the first run and walked it off in the 9th inning. He was 2 for 4 with his 16th homer of the season, 2 RBIs. And so, Lisa, from the angle, I went to Joe with this game. I was supposed to go with TJ Grzakowski, who switched plans to go to Colorado. So, it says watch his Tampa Bay Lightning in the Stanley Cup final. It hurts me to even say that because as a Rangers fan, that's just so close. We'll get him getting closer, though. But he went ahead. So Joe, our teammate on a softball team, went with me. But we were sitting in the terrace down the right field line, and it's kind of where like my old seats were with Jerry when the stadium first opened, and we can kind of see the trajectory of any home runs to right field. So as the ball was like halfway, I was already jumped up screaming. Like you could see it was clearly gone. There was no way, and it was incredible. And obviously confessed my fandom for Anthony Rizzo here, so it's good to see him getting going again. So,
yep. And that
pretty
was
big
his.
night.
That was a big night. He did all the work that night.
Yeah.
That was his 5th career walk-off home run, and the first one since 2018, and it was the Yankees' major league leading 8th walk-off win this year so far.
Yeah, I think they talked about it on the broadcast because I feel like I caught some of the replay, inadvertently actually, but there's some, there's a little, starting to get the feeling like the 09 feeling where there was a lot of walk-offs and stuff like that, and it was kind of like,
the
who's
pies
he
in
going
the
to be
face.
this
They
night?
talked about the pies in the face during one of the
Yeah,
games.
I do miss that. I kind of AJ
I
Burnett
miss that
brought
too.
that. I did love the Paul pie in the face thing, and they kept it a little bit after he left, but it kind of like faded away. Yeah, but now they have that. What the hell was it? That's it's kind of like a little dance they do before they touch the plate in those situations. Like Glaber's done it, Scherz done it.
My nephew knows the name of it. I forgot what it's called. Yes, that little dance. Although
Rizzo,
his was
Rizzo was
very
trying so hard. I think it was hilarious because he was going ahead and was trying to
he
try
was.
to
He
do it.
was.
Give an E for effort there for that. Why not? But yeah, so the Yanks went ahead and hit the road after that, though, as the test continued, and headed up to Toronto, got in at 4 a.m, and then proceeded to beat the crap out of the Jays to open the series 12-3. Lisa, hashtag runs for Gumby.
Yes,
In full effect Friday night.
working. It is working.
So keep that going. Jordan Montgomery picked up his 3rd win of the season, going 6 innings with 3 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 5 Ks. Anthony Rizzo, 2 for 3 with his 17th home run of the season, which was a grand slam. That kind of seemed like that was the coup de grace, like end of it. Like that was pretty much like, let's just put this one to bed. 2 runs and a walk. Giancarlo Stanton, though, hit his 14th home run of the season early on in the game, 2 RBIs, a walk, and he went back-to-back with DJ LeMahieu, who had himself a night, too. 3 for 5 with a 6th home run of the season with 2 runs scored, and Joey Gallo even got into the mix, 2 for 4 with his 9th home run of the season, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a walk. The Stanton home run was pretty damn impressive because, to me, it almost like he just flicked the ball the other way. Like, he didn't even get all of it. He just kind of was like, whatever. And it ends up in the second deck.
Yes.
It didn't just creep up over the wall. Like, it was still a shot.
I could talk about
this guy's out of control.
I could talk about anything about him all day. But yeah, his swing is just like it's I have no words for it because it's inexplicable how it goes as far as it goes. Because anybody else that swings the bat that way is likely not going to hit it as far and as hard as he does. Like I don't know. It's just like it goes against like everything I was ever taught on how to swing at a ball, right? Like it doesn't look like he uses his hips. I don't know. It's just it looks all arms to me, and he
Yeah,
does it so quickly, and it's almost like it's all wrist for him, is what it looks like, and it's just beautiful and fun. And every time he hits a home run, it's like, how the hell? How'd that happen?
yeah,
Um,
and no
because
cheapies.
no cheapies, and he makes it look so effortless too. That's the craziest thing about it. Some guys look like they're jumping out of their shoes when they swing,
Mhm.
and he makes all of his home runs look effortless. It's crazy. I love it.
Yeah, it's
Um,
pretty
I
impressive.
I do have one stat for Jordan Montgomery. He hasn't allowed more than 3 runs in any of his last 13 starts, making him the only pitcher in MLB to allow 3 or less runs over 13 consecutive starts this season. So go ahead, Monty. I'm so happy the team is hitting for you.
Runs for Gumby, in effect. Keep it going. Uh, the Yanks kept it going though Saturday afternoon,
Yeah.
mid Saturday afternoon, which they went ahead and blanked the Blue Jays 4-0 to clinch that series. Jameson Tyone got the start, picked up his 8th win of the season, pushing his record to 8-1 on the year. 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 walks, 8 Ks. Um, the Yanks rolled out such an interesting lineup on Saturday afternoon, where I looked at it and I know I had tweeted about it from our Twitter account, and I'm like, this is one of these lineups where you're like, man, we're just this hot. Let's just fuck around and roll this out there and see what happens. And it was
Anybody can
against Alex Manoah, the
Yeah.
Blue Jays ace.
Yep.
So, and they got it done. I mean, Aaron Hicks was 2 for 4 with a 3-run double. That was the big hit of the day. IKF was 2 for 4 with an RBI double of his own. Gleyber Torres pitched in 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. But yeah, on the day that they sat Stanton, they sat DJ, and they sat Donaldson. You're like, okay. And then just the more I
Hmm.
thought about it, I'm like, that's what this is. This is kind of like, let's fuck around and see what happens. And it just kept going. Just
Kept going.
impressed, so impressed. Their ninth straight win, and they've just been red hot. It's just ridiculous.
Yep. So I have 2 fun facts. One is for the Blue Jays. So Alek Manoah actually, when he struck out Joey Gallo in the top of the fourth, that was his 200th career strikeout. So yeah, we're not talking about some slacker of a pitcher that we were up against with that lineup.
Yeah.
So congratulations to him for his 200th career strikeout. That is a significant milestone for a pitcher. And we had a milestone on our team. Clay Holmes got his 29th straight scoreless outing of the season and broke the Yankees franchise record for consecutive scoreless appearances. We both know who that is.
The fact that when you're there's a picture of Mariano Rivera right behind my computer, and it's with his quote of I go ahead, I pitch, I pitch, we win, I take a shower.
If only we could all live by that quote.
That's it. It's yeah. What Holmes is doing is just really impressive. And
Yeah.
I think it was Friday or Saturday that there was talk that Chapman is coming back. He'll be back soon and stuff. But and the thing is that I guess I can understand what Boom was trying to say, where he's like that Holmes will still pitch in high leverage innings. There is no way that you can justify putting Chapman back in the closer's role when Holmes
No.
needs a day off. If he's pitched back-to-back days, sure, Chapman, because they're not going to run any of their high leverage relievers out 3 days in a row. You
Hmm.
want to get Chapman in there, by all means, go ahead. You can't, or just trade the guy. If he's going to be a little baby about it and doesn't, only can be the closer, then honestly, get him the hell out of here. Just trade him.
Yep.
You can't
I
worry about
agree.
his feelings. It's the last day. It's his last year of his contract with us, so feelings be damned. I don't care.
No, we need the production. We need the consistency.
Yeah, I don't care about your damn, about your feelings at this point. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to win ball games, man. But the Yanks could not complete the sweep, though. Yes, after 9 in a row, they did lose one, and we were talking about it right before we went on.
Hmm.
This loss is just annoying because of the way it happened. They had an 8-3 lead, and I was telling Lisa that I'm watching it on my couch, and I started dozing off a little bit because I woke up at 6:30 in the morning for some stupid reason. I don't really know why. I just couldn't fall back to sleep. So I was just genuinely tired, not bored. And then I'm like, okay, Teoscar Hernandez hits his home run, and then I'm like, wow, what is this? Is this actually happening? Yeah, but the Yanks did fight back though. Rizzo came off the
They
bench and
did.
got his pinch hit home run, and interesting situation where they went ahead and they went for the lefty matchup, but blew up in their face, for that. So they probably should have stuck with Garcia. But Sevy did get the start in this game, took a no decision. His numbers look a little bit worse because the bullpen went ahead and Castro led in some of these runs. 5 innings, 3 hits, 5 earned runs, 4 walks, and 9 Ks. Gleyber Torres was 3 for 5 though with his 13th home run of the season, driving in 3. Marwin Gonzalez hit his first home run of the season. It's going 2 for 4. Josh Donaldson hit his 6th home run of the season. Akala Gashioka was 1 for 3, another home run, his 4th of the season, so he's getting a home run stroke going. And as I had mentioned, Anthony Rizzo, pinch hit, came off the bench, but was 1 for 2 with his 18th home run of the year. He also had a chance to, had second and third in the ninth with 2 outs. Rizzo had a chance to kind of give the Yanks the lead back, but, couldn't come through this time. He's got so many big hits for the team again.
Yeah.
Kind of let that one go.
And do you know, what are there, 64, 65 games of the season already completed?
Mm-hmm.
He's played in 62 of them, either starting or coming off the bench. So Rizzo has been like
he's been a rock for them. He has. He's the guy.
Solid for the team. Yeah. And I love it. And I also love that he's like, whenever you see them in the dugout, you see him and Aaron Judge next to each other. I don't know. There's something like really cute about how close that they're getting.
No, they're BFFs over there, and it is
awesome
to see.
I love it.
I wanted to go ahead and actually share another. We have a graphic going on that I did want to share besides the one that we had talked about, because it is a pretty interesting thing. It's about the run differential for the Yankees this season. So yes, we're going to borrow your graphic here. So thank you for that. Run differential going into tonight's game, though. Yankees are plus 143.
Jeez.
Number 2 is the Astros, 90 less. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So it's just so impressive, and hopefully it just keeps on rolling there. 90 less runs. That's
insane.
It's so bonkers. All right, but let's keep it rolling here. Let's give out our awards of the week. So if you're new to the show, we usually do a top of the heap and king of the hill. So top of the heap is our hitter of the week. And Lisa, who are we going with this week?
I gotta go with your boy, Anthony Rizzo. I'm so sorry. I don't know why you make me go first every time when we're probably picking the same guy.
No, that's it. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to find somebody. I'm going to find somebody right now that is not Anthony Rizzo. That's it.
So I hate to do this to Ed because we all know that is his boy. In a different way, but similar to my love for Giancarlo Stanton. He is as passionate about Anthony Rizzo for separate reasons as I am for Giancarlo Stanton. So. Yes, Anthony Rizzo, his average for the week is a 412. His OPS is a 1.486. 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, 5 runs, 7 hits, 3 walks. His on-base percentage is a 545, and his slugging percentage is a 941. And I just said that he's played in 62 out of 64, 65 games in the season. I mean, the man is as consistent as it gets. He's got all the walk-offs. He brings all the energy, and he catches everything you throw to him at first base. I mean, awesome. He can't do any more.
Yeah, he's definitely became my 1A. I mean, Judge is my favorite player on the current team.
Mm-hmm.
He is, but yes, Rizzo's 1A. It's pretty damn close. But yeah, no, it's for all the reasons you just said. I mean, he's going to be my hero of the week as well. It's hard to go with anyone but Rizzo this week. So he's kind of just done it all. So that's there. And it is just awesome that they did keep him. As we talked about in the past, we were talking about Olsen in the offseason and Freeman. So then Rizzo was the right fit for this team. So, and him and Judge are also the big leaders in the clubhouse as well. With that vacancy left by Brett Gardner, since he's not around anymore, Judge has taken a leadership role, and Rizzo also had a lot. And after his walk-off, he also addressed the team afterwards, saying, like every night, it could be anybody. Everyone's got to be ready to go. So and on the Cubs, when he was with the Cubs too, on the 2016 World Series team, he also provided a lot of leadership then too. So he's bringing that to the Yankees, and that was something that a lot of people were wondering if the Yankees had over the last couple of years. It seems like they definitely have that now. All right, let's go with the King of the Hill, pitcher of the week, Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes is the guy. What's up?
You did it to me right back. It was my first
there you go.
Non-starter.
Yeah, Clay Holmes. I mean, listen, none of the starters really ran away with anything this week. So,
right.
Bullpen. Right. And plus, when you go ahead and break a record set by Mariano Rivera in 1999, you're going to get that kind of recognition. But over his last 7 games, 7 1/3 with an 0.55 whip, no earned runs, 3 hits, a walk, and 7 strikeouts. I mean, it's easily Clay Holmes.
Absolutely. I agree.
So, all right. Well, wow. Awards were kind of quick this week. So let's go ahead and let me get up our graphic because we're going to go ahead and do a quick preview of the upcoming series against the Rays. One of the rarer moments that we are doing a pregame show because the Yankees do play tonight at 7 o'clock. And we have the lineup all set and ready to go. So, Lisa, there it is. Let's get that lineup off today.
All right. At third base and starting off, we have DJ LeMahieu. In center field, we have what I hope is our next captain, Aaron Judge, playing and batting second. Batting third is our top of the heap this week, Anthony Rizzo, playing first base. And I love when it says right field instead of DH. My man, Giancarlo Stanton, will be cleaning up for the team and playing in right field, which is my favorite thing to see. Then followed by Gleyber Torres playing second base. Josh Donaldson will be batting sixth, DHing. Aaron Hicks will be in left field. And then we have my guy, our guy. He's one of our favorites. Yeah, Trevino catching again, which we love. Marwin Gonzalez will be playing shortstop, so that means Isaiah Kiner-Falefa has the day off. And we will have our ace on the mound, right-hand pitcher Garrett Cole.
Yeah, so IKF got yesterday off as well. And today, apparently, he's dealing with like a little bit of a sore hamstring, so it's a good time to get warm. We might see Marwin Gonzalez a couple of times during the series getting a start, and he could use the at-bats anyway, so it kind of does come into play here. Would also like to see I will not like to see. We're definitely going to not see Judge in center field all 3 games on the turf again, and Stanton, isn't going to play all 3 games in right field. But I'm with you though. I do prefer him in right field. It seems like he hits a bit better when he's also in the field and more engaged in the game. So
yes, I love it.
And what do we got over pitching matchups? What do we got over the next 2 nights, Tuesday and Wednesday?
Okay, so it's gonna go a little quickly because I looked right before we went on the air, and there's our formidable player TBD is playing a couple of times, which I thought was weird. So we did mention already that Garrett Cole is pitching for the Yankees tonight. He's our right-handed pitcher, 6-1 record, 3.33 ERA, and 91 strikeouts on the season. He will be playing against Shane McClanahan, left-hand pitcher, 7-3 record, 1.84 ERA, and 105 strikeouts on the year so far. Tomorrow, it's a mystery. As
both sides.
Before this, both sides. As of 10 minutes before this show came on the air. However, in Game 3, we know who the Rays pitcher is. We do not know who the Yankees pitcher is. So, Shane Baz is a right-hand pitcher with an 0-1 record, 5.40 ERA, and 9 strikeouts on the year. Listen, whoever he plays, I don't think it really matters because clearly Shane hasn't played very much. So I think it's going to be a tough game for him in terms of pitching. But you never know. We'll see what happens. But he is playing the undefeated TBD. So I'm assuming one of those will be Nestor Cortez.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm thinking Game 2 is probably Nestor, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I would probably say we're going to see Cortez and then Tyone. I don't really know why they're, holding out on us. So actually, no, sorry. we would see Cortez and then Montgomery. So I'm not really sure why they're going to go ahead and do that, but
I know it was very peculiar.
yeah, just get the pitching probables out there already. Let's go. Stop playing the games.
Hey, folks, you're messing up our podcast. Come on.
Even though TBD is very scary when when you go against
TBD is
him,
extremely intimidating.
he is. He's tough. So. All right. Well, yeah, pretty quick one over here for
My
us this
parents
week.
will be very happy.
Yes, let's get you off to dinner there and go ahead. So, well, thanks for joining us this week as always. And if you like what you heard here, joining us on the Facebook stream, join the Empire 161 Show Facebook group. Got a bunch of we share our lineups and results and highlights and stuff like that. And join the daily conversation about other random baseball stuff we talk about. So come join us there. Also join Pop Culture Pros. That's who we are presented by. So gotta go with the mothership too. So go ahead and check out Pop Culture Pros. If you're joining us on YouTube, join Pop Culture Pros. So hit subscribe and check them out. On Twitter, follow us at Empire 161 Show. Same deal. Sharing highlights, lineups, stories, whatever the heck we can find. Go ahead and follow us, and we share our show out on there. So check that out. And also on Twitter, at Pop Culture Pros. Go ahead and check there out. And subscribe to wherever you find your podcast, at Pop Culture Pros. You got everything on Pop Culture Pros. We got some people who are Met fans who follow our show. Thank you for that. You also got the Put It in the Book show with Machi, Rodriguez, and Keith. They cover the New York Mets, so you can go get your fill there. If you're into comic book stuff, check out Granny's Peach Tea. We got a brand new episode that we put up last night talking about the latest in Miss Marvel and the Boys and the Flash and Superman and Lois and all that, so check that out. If you're into James Bond, check out Double O Deep Dive with Jason and Ginny. If you're into wrestling, check out Eric and Tim on the Just Too Sweet show. Want more Eric and Tim? Check out the A to Z show on Friday nights. And if you really love Tim that much and you can't get enough of him, and you like Star Wars, check out Shooting the Sith. Tim will be covering the finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'm sure, this week, so check him out. If you're into Disney, check out Ashley and Gabby on Skyliner Views on Thursday nights. So we got it all here for you. So we will see you next week. Enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy the series. Let's keep it rolling, boys and girls. Let's go Yankees.
Woo!
Peace.
Thanks, everybody.